Guys, I'm really pleased to welcome to the podcast someone who's a kind of a heroine of mine. Her name is Gianna Jessen. And she is I think the right phrase is an abortion survivor. She has an amazing story, which I encountered on social media a couple of years ago. I've posted it more than once. In fact, I just put it on my locals channel for people to check out. Really the most powerful pro-life testimony I've ever heard someone deliver in person. She's now a recognized pro-life advocate, a speaker, a writer, and also, well, Gianna, I didn't know this, a singer. You can follow her at giannajessen.com. And she's also both on Twitter and on Truth Social, and her tag is at Gianna Jessen. That's 2 N's for Gianna and 2 S's for Jessen. Hey, Gianna.
And also on Facebook.
Oh, you're also on Facebook. Gianna, what a pleasure.
They haven't kicked me off yet.
Well, that may be coming. I think your testimony is so powerful. And, you know, the clip that I posted is of you giving a speech. Now, you appear to be in a church setting, but it's clear that there's give me an idea of where you were speaking in that talk.
It was in 2008. It was such a wild day, and it was in the Parliament, in the Australian Parliament building, and I had no idea what I was going to say because I'm a Christian, and I pray and I study when I'm not traveling to grow and to learn. But when I speak, I pray and I ask the Lord what to say. And that is what I did that day. And I was speaking to all kinds of members of parliament and all kinds of people from all different walks of life. And just before they came in, it didn't look like anyone was going to come. And I was so happy because I was telling the Lord, I have no idea what I'm doing. You haven't shown me what to say. And this was to give context at the end of a 2-week trip where I was going through the parliament and through to all the MPs' offices saying, this is what the truth is. This is what you need to hear. And I'll never forget this man, very highly educated at Oxford. And I just walked in very much myself, nothing to prove. And I just said, this is what I'm here to tell you. But sir, you are born to defend women and children, not to stand idly by while they are being killed. And he began to cry. And he said, you know, it's been 30 years since someone has walked into my office and said anything like that to me at all. And I just remember those moments. So this was at the end. That speech was the culmination because they were going to remove all restrictions on abortion in Victoria. And they totally ignored everything I had to say and did what they wanted to do anyway. But that's what it was. And I had no idea that I didn't even post it online. I did nothing with it. Someone else did. And so the Lord cannot be stopped.
Well, what's remarkable is not only the content of what you said, but it was also, you can kind of see the faces and the reaction of people in the audience. And you can also tell that this is not a church audience. This is not an audience of people who are already disposed, not a pro-life audience, so to speak. And the sheer kind of astonishment on their faces is really what I think is remarkable. So let's get into it, Gianna. I want people to hear from you your story because I think it is such a stunning example to people and an eye-opener on an issue that continues to roil the United States. As you know, the important Supreme Court decision, we're in a little bit of a new environment. People now have to take responsibility themselves for this issue. So let them hear from you the Gianna story.
Well, I also want to say to anyone listening before they hear this that if you've had an abortion, if you've encouraged an abortion, if you've paid for an abortion, whatever you've done, I'm not here to condemn you. I can only tell you that you can only be made free through Christ. So I want you to know that I'm not condemning as you listen to me. So I was born alive in an abortion clinic by the power of Christ. My medical records, I love what they say. They say my name. And then it says, born during saline abortion, April the 6th, 1977, 6 a.m., 29 and a half weeks, 2.5 pounds. My favorite part, no resuscitation required upon arrival at the hospital. Because I was born in the abortion clinic, 6 a.m. Now, that defies science, it defies logic. Why would I not need resuscitation unless the Lord was with me in the fire and delivering me and carrying me as he does to the present day? So because I was born, she went to Planned Parenthood, my biological mother, at 17 years old. And they said, you're too young to have a baby. You need to go have this saline abortion, which burns the baby inside and out. And then she's to deliver a dead baby in this particular procedure within 24 hours. Except I was born alive at 18 hours. You can imagine 18 hours. My skin should be completely charred and burned. I should be blind. I should be dead. I shouldn't be able to sing. Nothing about me should be, but it is. And so
Gianna, not to interrupt you, I want you to go into this in some detail. So let's take a pause, and when we come back, the continuation of the Gianna Jessen story.